Good afternoon, welcome to Made by Janot. It's Anna here, and it's Wednesday. So that means that it is time to use it or lose it. And today I have a little different thing. I want to use up stuff that I have been hoarding, and I have to stop hoarding. I am going to use up Tim Holtz papers. And these are the ones that are in the back of the paper pads with 4 different prints, back and front, and 12 different prints back and front in the ATC card size. And I thought I would make this into ephemera to use in my journals. These paper pads have been out for ages and ages. I don't think this is the memorandum one, it's another one, but I have all the pads, I think, or some of them, most of them, and I don't use them as much as I should. So it's time to stop hoarding, make this into ephemera. And of course I am going to start by cutting them up. So I think I'm going to start with this one, and they will be 6 by 6, of course, which means that there will be lots of stuff we can do with them. I have a few ideas. That one was cut crookedly. Well, am I a crooked person? Apparently. So I am going to start with this, and I might wait a little bit with the other one. So what I'm gonna do, excuse me, I'm gonna need that as well. We have 4 different ones here, and this one I have been eyeballing. I want to make this into a pocket, but it is too high, so I'm just gonna cut it and make it into a pocket. This is a really quick and easy craft. Let me see what I can create with them, Just cutting it there. And I have to tidy this up because it's a little bit too wonky. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, measure the center of this. Wrong ruler. I want the center one. It's this one. Right one there. And then I'm going to make a notch. Somewhat in the center. So, a little bit of ink and you have a fabulous pocket. Don't need any more decoration. I like that. One thing done. Quick and easy. Then, what on earth am I going to do with this? Could make it into a small booklet. But I think I'm going to make it into a swing tag. Is that what they call? When you fold the thingy. I am gonna score it, as you can guess, since I put out my scoreboard. So I'm gonna score it about 2.5 inches. And 3/4. There we go. I'm gonna fold it and fold it. So there we have the start of a swing tag. Now I'm just gonna have to fill it, and I have these offcuts from when I started my big journal. So let's use some of those. They're not really wide enough, but who cares? There's 2 of those. And we'll do 2 papers right away. What else do we want? We want, let me see. How about, I have these Tim Holtz vellum as well, the same ones. I have the vellum pad, and I think I might use one of those in the front. So this will be cut down, of course. And then I want to have at least one more paper. Looking in my scrap box, I can do some ledger. I think that's quite enough. So I'm gonna cut these to size. And it's gonna work with a scissor, or do I need to get out my cutting board? What do you think? I used a scissor. So I'm gonna make a hole. Let's use the small one. I think it's gonna be enough. About there. No. There. I'm just using a paper clip to keep this closed. And I want some string. That was the... Here I have some string, I think. Or is it attached to something? Maybe it is. No, it wasn't. Perfect. Oops, here comes all kind of little scraps. This is a string. We can use this. I'm so funny. She gets it through, but then she just lets it go all the way through. There you go. So, to me, a swing tag is something that's most often used on clothes you can buy in the store, and you can flip it up and you can journal all the way through here. Isn't that nice? I think that's nice. And then you just pull the paper, the little string, and everything goes back to where it should be. I think I might want to round the edges just to make it a bit more finished. And you could also decorate these. You can put a little someone there. You know I love using my Tim Holtz camera, especially with the Tim Holtz papers. And I am thinking the mini ones here, of course. So how about her? Or maybe I can even do a couple of them. Can do these two. Yeah, they're fine. Let's use them. That's all it really needs. It could do with a label or a stamp or whatever, but I think this is what we're gonna use. And I want some glue paper. And I I'm gonna do like this because my address was on the front and I don't want to share that with the internet. There we go. I'm just gonna use whatever is left on my brush to ink these babies up a bit. And then I'm gonna use my tweezers and some glue. And just like that, we have used up one of our 4 papers and made 2 different types of ephemera, just like that. Quick and easy. Perfect. That's 2. What else do we want to do? Just quickly cleaning up a bit. I know that I want this to be a mini booklet because I want the flowers. So this one I am just going to fold. Maybe I should score it first. I'm going to be better at using my scoreboard, I promise. So these are 6 by 6, and that means that 3 should be the center. Right? Seems so. That is pretty. That doesn't need any other decoration at all. It's so pretty. But I could do a little, label thingy. I can do a little sticker. Maybe I can do a little one of those, or a specimen or something. Specimen label. I think that would be fine. I'm going to use that. So once again, just a little dab of ink. I'm going to have some papers for this as well. And it's a sticker, I think. Yes, it is. Perfect. I'm just going to add a teeny bit of glue around there just because I don't trust the sticker paper 100%. And I'm going to plop it down there in the corner. Pretty. So, papers. Let's use some tea white paper. Once again, going through my scrap box, if you can hear me. Some packaging. Let's use that. We don't need exceptional many pages, and they don't have to be the same size, and they don't have to be perfect. Oh, that one is not very good. Let's see if I have another piece of paper here. Did I really use up all that? Now I am being confused. I'm just going through my scrap box right behind you. Oh, here's some more. And we also have some ledger, but that one, no, that's too fragile. Let's do these. So I am going to need about that much. Eyeballing is my best measurement ever. And then we are going to take off the excess. Same thing with this one. Just going to need about that much. It doesn't want to cut. Maybe it's time to change up the blade in this. There we go. And then I have some, oh, I didn't. That's just 2. Maybe I can do something that's a bit smaller. Do one of those. Just wrap around. Three pages should be enough. This will just be a pocket stuffer in a journal. So that's what it's gonna be. I am going to sew these in, and then I am going to do something else. Maybe I got some thread. So that will be 3 pieces of ephemera. So we have almost used up, no, we have used up 2 of them, right. So we have 2 more there. I am eyeballing the center. That was not the center, but never mind. This will just be a simple, basic 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Just using some thread here. This is not sewing thread, it's some kind of crochet thread, I think. Or for making tattered lace. I found it in my mother's sewing basket when I cleaned up her house after she passed away. And much of the things she had I took with me home to try and use in my crafting. I knew she would be happy that it was being used instead of donated. So basic 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I'm just going to make a double knot. 1 and 2, and maybe a small bow. Think I can do that? Yes, I could. Cutting the excess thread off. And just like that, we have made a booklet as well. Decorated and all. So I'm gonna make sure it stays flat, and I think I want to round the edges, the corners here, to make it look a bit more, you know, worked through. There we go. Ta-da! That is really pretty. So we have a booklet, we have a swing tag, and we have a pocket from 2 of these squares. What else can we do? I would like to do something with that butterfly. I think I'm actually going to make this into pockets as well, because I know they will be used if I do that. And this will be 1 big pocket and 1 smaller, 1 shallow and 1 deeper. This could go into a botanical journal or any type of grungy journal. Once again, marking the center. And marking the center. So I'm going to make notches. And of course I'm going to ink them before I use them. That goes without saying. So we have 1, 2, 3 pockets, 1 notebook and 1 swing tag. We could do a swing tag as well, or 2 swing tags. Cut this into half and make 2 wider swing tags. Let's do it. Because it was fun making swing tags. Just wanted to get rid of the spider creeping up on me. I do not like spiders, so whew, I saved you from my screaming. And this will be wait, I had to do some mathing in my head to think the centimeters. That should be half. Yes, it was. Yay. I could do the mathing. So I think these will be fun. I'm gonna score. Yay me, using my scoreboard. And I want the butterfly. It's a bird, Anna. It's a bird. I want the bird on the front. And then this, I think I want the eggs on the front. So that might not be exactly the same, but I don't mind because they will be fun. I'm trying to use my scores to fold, but it isn't easy when they're so close. That will be fun in a bird journal. As well as this one. I generally don't do swing tags. I saw someone make them and I thought, wow, why don't I do swing tags? Because they're fun. Extra journaling space without much work behind them. Rounding the corners, because why not? And what do I have any of those vellum things? Because these will be perfect. And I like having them in the front. The insect ones there. And this one. And maybe this one is the same as inside there. Yeah, that would be good. Yay, I'm using up these as well. I'm happy girl. And now I want to use some papers. So I still got these. They're really slim though, but I don't mind. I also have, here is an offcut. We have the ledger. I have some handmade paper here, which could be fun to maybe use. This kind of paper. So that can go in, and that can go in on the top. This is fun. And we can use, oh, that's perfect size. Yes, let's just tear it or cut it into right size. So we have 3 in that. And we can use these really small, the notebook pads. Could be fun, maybe. So we have 2 in here as well. And let's get the handmade one out here. Behind there. Perfect. let's do it. I'm going to use paper clips to clip them down, and I'm going to use my crocodile, and I'm going to stand up and go get some other thread, because that was all I had in my stash. I hope that I have some over here in my jars. Oh, I can see this one. Ouch. I'm gonna need my tweezers. This is a pasta jar and I can't get my hand in. So I want that down there. I hope it's, no, not that. I want that. Yes, come to mama. Come. Yay, I gotcha. Thank you. So this was fun. This is new to me and I really like it. So I want to even things out. And that one, and that one, and that one. Perfect. Let's eyeball the center. Or maybe I should put the paper clip on first. And eyeball the center. Yeah. And do the same with this one. I like the vellum on here. It's adds an extra dimension, I think. There we go. So let's add some thread. I have no idea where I got it. It's come in something packaged, but I want to use some here. So I'm just gonna do the knot, and these could go in any journal. You can hang them over the edge of a page. You can do so much with them. And I'm going to cut off the excess here. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. And as I said, they can be decorated. There can be lots of stuff done with these. And this was not going to be a mass make. I was going to use up my Tim Holtz papers. I have done tags as well with these. So once again, I'm going to cut off the excess. And get rid of that. Let's see. I think that will have to be it. I'm not going to cut up another. I have one little journal. We have 3 very nice swing tags ready to go into any journal. And we have 3 pockets. Isn't that great? I think it is. Thank you all for watching and for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed it and gave you some kind of inspiration. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if this is something for you, or if you have any other idea of things I can make, because I have lots of these left. And I will be back really soon with another video. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Bye.